All right, welcome back to the channel for another episode of Highs and Lows on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to take you guys through the process of how to unlock Dead Silence, or I guess the Covert Sneakers, and Ghost, as those are two very crucial things for staying hidden in this game, considering that the Covert Sneakers now make you fully silent, and Ghost is just very useful when you're trying to avoid all the UAV spam that you see in this game. The first thing that you're going to need to do is reach level 25. So as you can see, at this point in time, I'm level 35. And once you reach level 25, you unlock something new that is called the Armory. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up and just give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Here we can see these are all the Armory unlocks that you can get throughout the course of your progression. So you can get weapons, you can get attachments, you can get perks, equipment, field upgrades, and kill streaks. So what this does is it allows you to unlock the things that you would want to unlock first, rather than going through your normal progression system and unlocking things that way through getting towards level 55. Now that we know what everything in the Armory is, essentially you would just go ahead to perks, because both the Covert Sneakers and Ghost are under the perks tab. They don't show up right here for me because I already have them unlocked. But essentially all you would need to do, we're going to use the assault gloves as an example, is you're going to hit A or X on PlayStation and add it to your queue. Underneath the daily challenges, you will see challenges to unlock, or complete 3 challenges rather, to unlock the assault glove. So first and foremost is it's as simple as it sounds. It's really just complete the 3 daily challenges that you have above. Now the key thing that makes this kind of an interesting way to unlock things is once you complete your 3 daily challenges, you unlock the bonus challenge that you can see underneath the 3 daily challenges on the left. And what that bonus challenge is to win 1 match to earn an additional point. So essentially, once you complete your 3 daily challenges for the day, any wins that you get afterwards count as a point towards your 3 required challenges for, let's say, the assault gloves in this situation. Once you complete those 3, that's how you get the piece of equipment that you're looking for. Now keep in mind, different pieces of equipment cost different a certain number of daily challenges to be completed. So for example, assault gloves, you can see complete 3 daily challenges. The DDoS is 5. I believe, yeah, the cluster mine is 8. So depending on what you want to unlock will require you to either win more or complete more daily challenges. So as a whole, that is how you go ahead and you unlock your Covert Sneakers right here, Ghost, or any other piece of equipment that will not be unlocked through natural progression. So feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything of the sort. And now that we now know how to unlock these types of equipment, let's go ahead and jump on into the episode. Jumping into today's post-com gameplay for today's episode for the SBA 545. We are jumping into a good old classic headbanger Rust hardpoint. So the first thing that you'll notice in this gameplay is I'm being a little bit of a daredevil and rocking the tactical sights instead of the regular ADS. And I think that the reason for that was due to my daily challenge, needing to get kills in tactical stance. So, as I kind of briefly explained at the start of this video, in order to get certain armory unlocks, you got to complete your daily challenges. And well, for me in this situation, this is one of the options that I had to move forward with. So if we go ahead and talk a little bit about the SBA, obviously this is the first AR that you do unlock once you get your create a class capabilities. And overall, my very first impressions of it were not good. If I'm being completely honest, I was not the biggest fan of this gun. When it first came out, it kind of reminded me of the AN-94 of other games, where it just kind of kicked a little weird off the start, and I think that's because it shoots 2 bullets. So if you were to single tap it with your trigger and kind of control it, it would shoot 2 bullets, I think, at a time. And I think that sort of rhythm really kind of played with me a little bit. So I think that had a little bit of an impact. So that definitely had an impact on my ability to shoot with it and use it. Another thing that kind of messed me up when I was using this gun was for some reason, having any sort of sight on it really kind of messed me up. You might see a bit of gameplay at the end once we go through the highs and lows of me using it with a sight, but there was a point in time where I stopped using a sight, and I think that really kind of freed me up with the gun, and I think it kind of switched my opinion on it a little bit. It was a lot more usable once I had the sight taken off. But like I said, it was a decent gun. Once you kind of got rid of the sight, for me, in my opinion, that's when the gun got a lot more usable. Again, maybe it's because I unlocked other attachments along the way that maybe helped out in terms of the gun's viability, but overall, not my favorite gun. Don't think I'll go back to using it. I think there will be other guns that I prefer more, but for the most part, again, wasn't too bad. Like I said in the previous episode, I do prefer ARs most of the time, so this again was a welcome change, I would think. When it comes to the things that I didn't mind about the gun, overall the recoil wasn't terrible. It was a pretty manageable recoil, even once you got more attachments for the gun. The recoil definitely became more manageable, which was something that I liked. And then also the rate of fire. Like I said, pretty sure it shoots 2 bullets at a time, which again, in theory, shoots pretty fast, all things considered, if you look at it that way. So the rate of fire was pretty good. And I mean, overall, you can't really complain too much about that sort of gun, but you know, as you can see here on Rust, it did a pretty good number on people, and I mean, we got a really good gameplay out of here. I think we finished with 44 kills, and all things considered, having gone through the tactical stance for most of those kills, I think is pretty impressive. So that's kind of what we'll rock with there, as I completely miss a claymore that was planted on the ground and just eat it. So like I said, this series isn't all about good gameplay and stuff. You know, we are going to include all of the bad moments, and I mean, with this gun, you'll see towards the end of the episode, once we go through the highlights and the lowlights of this gun. There's definitely more lowlights than I'd like to admit. So again, we're trying to have fun with the series, and as we all know with COD, you know, there's some pretty hardcore skill-based matchmaking in here, so there's going to be games where you get absolutely dominated, and quite frankly, there were a few of them in this episode. So that's kind of where we're sitting at right now as we kind of close out this game. One thing that we'll likely see with the upcoming episodes is a little bit of a change in the format of how the episodes are run. As of right now, I kind of start off with a little bit of an intro clip and then move into a gameplay portion, and then we'll finish off with the highs and lows. One thing that I'm thinking of implementing moving forward is to kind of make it a little more chronological. So we'll have, I think, pretty much recaps of every game that I've played in the leveling up of the gun, you know, of the episode. We'll have little recaps just so you guys can really see the in-depth of what worked versus what didn't work, and the good games and the bad games as well, just to give more clarity on that. And then we'll also include the highs and lows in those little highlight packages or recaps of each game, and then so that way everything should flow a little more smooth instead of there just being a section at the end of the video dedicated for highlights and lowlights. So with that being said, don't want to ramble on for too long. That's really all that I've got for today's episode. Make sure to stick around to the end of this this Rust gameplay, as that's where the highlights and the lowlights will be for the SBA. We are now 2 guns down out of the, I believe, 39. So 39 or 36. So we're on our way to getting the completionist camo. So appreciate if you guys stick around for the ride. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next episode.